Hello, everybody, and happy Monday. We're going to go ahead and get started. And hang on a second. I've got another person looking to get in the meeting. That didn't work. And we will get them all joined in here, and then we will get started. It is a very cold, snowy kind of a day in Colorado. It is, I believe, only supposed to be 15 degrees out today. I'm hoping that that helps with getting the wildfires under control. It's getting a little scary with the fires that are out there. And I'd like to give them a little bit of a break. Okay, so thank you all for joining in. If you would please just keep your lines muted unless you're going to jump into any conversation. I still want you to feel comfortable just unmuting yourself and jumping in anytime that you'd like. And this is, meant to really be a more interactive meeting for all of us, that we can share information and share best practices, share what we've experienced, and to encourage you guys to just unmute anytime that you want to join in. So you have just a few things to review today. One is I really want to hear from you guys, and this is going to be this interactive part. You'll have to unmute your lines. If anybody has had a chance to play around with the new version of Wanderlist, if you yourself have played around with it, or if you've had any of your clients that you've sent the link to so that they could play around with it as well, jump on in and let us know.
Hey, Kirsten, this is Jamie. Can you hear me okay?
I can, Jamie.
Okay, so I was very intrigued to try it after they said the updates, because I had tried it before it. And I went on it and I created a itinerary for myself. And then I went and created a dummy account and created an itinerary in there. And I did see that it like saved in mine as well if I put that I was my travel advisor.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't too bad, but then I sent it to my father. I was like, okay, let me get a different perspective. And he had a lot of trouble with it. So I still think there needs to be a little more user friendliness for people who might not be as intuitive online.
Okay.
But I think they're working on it. It seems like they are kind of doing things a little more. So I don't know if I would send to too many clients right now, but I'll keep checking back to see what updates they're doing.
Okay, great. Has anybody else had any experience playing around with it? I know I had gone in and just done kind of the same thing, created a dummy booking for myself or itinerary for myself just so I could go in and play with it, but I wouldn't have any clients to send it off to see what their experience was. So good feedback, Jamie.
So I had actually signed up originally back like a year ago, and so I have the old version and now I have the new version. And I had clients that were actually, they had paid for the old version of Wanderlist. They paid $1,500. And now I'm trying to figure out how to tie the new one in with the old without them going, okay, I know the fees have been waived for this year, which makes perfect sense, but I'm trying to figure out what happens to the old version. And I did open, so that was one thing. And then the other one is I did open my own account. And then I, as a travel agent, and I have sent it out to 2 clients that are in their mid 30s, 40s. And they said they liked it, but they haven't really played much with it. And they liked, the best part for them was the experiences rather than the focus on destinations. But they have not created any trips.
Okay. So they've still just been kind of playing around with it themselves and not.
Right.
And Allie, do you have any updated information that you have heard maybe on how they're handling the paid version subscriptions to now the free version for clients?
I have. The feedback that I was given was that it is separate. So if you did one of the, were one of the early adopters of the paid, that just kind of is sitting off by itself, and you do have to create a new account for the free version. So it is separate. And there have been a couple of bugs that they're kind of working through, and they've been very responsive. Virtuoso has been very responsive in working through those. So if you guys do run into them, please let me know, because I am working directly with them, and they are really wanting that feedback as they continue to make updates and improvements. So please send that to me so I can make sure I provide that feedback to them and they can sort them out.
Yeah, and in case you guys don't know, Allie is on the marketing committee for Virtuoso. So it really does not fall on deaf ears when you give information to Allie. She is getting that back to the people directly. And so any feedback that you would have with the marketing, it would be great to get that information to Allie, whether it is Wanderlist or anything else marketing related for Virtuoso. It's a great resource to have Allie on that marketing committee. Anybody else have any experience playing around with Wanderlist? If you haven't, I think that it is something worthwhile to go in and look at, and something new to be having your clients look at, a way to even reconnect with them on a non-salesy kind of connection, so that you could send them that. They can start looking at different things that they would like to do when they're ready to start traveling. So again, it is a good marketing initiative that you can be working on with your clients to just get them working in it and starting to play in it now.
And Kirsten, if I may just add a couple of notes to it. I've had a couple of advisors ask me, once you go in and you create that personal link that you would then send to your clients, your client can't see your Wanderlist. So if you've gone in and you've created the account and you've played around with Wanderlist and made your own, when you provide that link to your clients, they're not seeing your Wanderlist unless you want to add them and share. So I just wanted to note that. And then also that Virtuoso is working on a way to be able to upload your photo. Some of you who have probably gone in there have noticed your little avatar just looks very blank. And they don't have a way right now, but that's coming soon. And I have provided that feedback, and it is something that they're working on. So just a couple footnotes to that, just to update everybody on some things I've learned and gone back and forth with on Virtuoso. With Virtuoso.
Okay, great, thank you. So the next topic I wanted to talk with you guys about, and I'm going to share my screen real quick, is the sales and pipeline reports. We do now have this on your dashboard. So right now I'm logged in as an advisor. So when you log in, you see your map and tasks. If you have AirBank for unused tickets, those would be listed. And then below that, you have access now to the sales commission pipeline report, as well as the unclaimed hotel commissions report. So everyone has access to this now. We are working on the last subset of advisors, and that would be the group that is not a direct independent contractor of ours, but is a sub-agent or an independent contractor of an independent contractor with us. So if you've got a couple of layers, that will cause us to just do a little bit of recoding in your agent profile so that you can have access to your pipeline report to your individual production. But then you'll also have access to the unclaimed hotel commissions. So in talking through the unclaimed hotel commissions, this is going to be updated every month with the commissions that have been received by the agency, but we cannot match them up to an invoice in Aggresso. So keep an eye on this. If you see something that looks like it's yours, you can claim it. If you do have a invoice that you have created and you can supply that, then there is no charge to claim that commission. If it is your commission, but you do not have an invoice that you generated, then it is a $25 administrative fee to get that coded over to you. So keep that in mind as you're looking through those. If you do see something that is yours and it's like this one for $8.21, you're not going to try to claim that. You just want us to be able to code it off. If you just let us know that that one is yours, then we can get that coded off correctly and close it out so it doesn't continue to show. On the sales commission pipeline report, this is your production report. This is your online commission tracking. You can click on this and it will open it up. And I'm not going to do it right now, just because there's a lot of information on it. But you'll be able to see that a commission has been received or not. Actually, I can just scroll over. If you have a commission that is in this column, that means that the commission has been received. If this column is blank, then that means that a commission has not been received from us yet. So you would not have a payment date. But anything that you're showing that has got an October date or a September date, those are going to be on your next statements. So again, you guys all have access to this now. You can go in to Air Portal and take a look at it. If you have any questions about it, please let me know. I am more than happy to get on a call and go specifically through your report so that you know what it is that you're looking at. Just let me know if that is something that you want to schedule. Otherwise, come on in here, look at it, see what it is. If you have any troubles getting logged in or seeing this on your portal, or you get an error message, let me know that. We have gone through and tested everybody's. And aside from that group of sub-agents, everybody else has been working as we've been doing the tests. So if you do run into anything that you are not seeing it or you're having an error message, then please let me know, and I will work with the team to get that figured out. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. Does anybody have any questions on that? I see, Cheryl, you've got your hand raised.
I do. I don't show that on any of the Domo stuff. Is not on my
okay. So Cheryl, because you and Mike have a shared account, I will verify that how that is set up. But thank you. I will definitely look at that. You may be in that group that since you guys do have the team.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you.
So that will have your, and then those of you that are the primary advisor, you'll also have a third that is your statement. Now this will be the same statement as what Julie or Michelle is sending out in email. It's an online version of it, so it looks a little bit different, but it gives you an online history of your statements. So if you are needing to go back and look at a June statement, you would be able to pull that up and access that. At this point, it is not replacing Julie and Michelle sending those statements out on a monthly basis. They still will be sending that along with the detailed backup that goes into the report. But we will be working towards getting that all automated so everything is online access for you. Any questions or comments on that? All right. And Cheryl, I will follow up on yours just so that we can be sure.
I
Okay.
just had a quick question.
Okay.
This is Eileen Spear. Will that allow at the end of the year like one consolidated report, or will it still be 12?
You're really, there'll still be, each month will have its own report. And so really your end of year final month is should have all of the data in there. So
Okay.
there wouldn't be an additional one that would have a full month report.
Mm-hmm.
Are you talking about something that would match your 1099?
Yeah, just basically like what the final was for the year, the consolidated total, receipts.
Yeah, so there will be the year-to-date information that would be on there that would be on the last month of the year.
Okay, got it. All right, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Great question. And I've got a little bit of background noise from someone, so I'm going to get that muted. So the next topic is really just for those of you that are on Apollo. We are turning live our automated queue sort and automated major schedule changes or automated schedule changes. You'll have new queue categories. They're probably pretty close to what you've already had, but there's two schedule change categories. There's one for minor and one for major. So the minor schedule changes are something that would be within 15 minutes, not anything major, but we're going ahead and taking those off your plate to improve efficiencies. You'll still see the major schedule changes that really acquire your attention. So would cause a misconnect or is a significant difference in either departure time or arrival time so that you can work with your client on what may be the best option before that schedule change is accepted. So that will be going live here this week. If there is any questions on that, let me know. But it has been in place on the corporate side for over 6 months and has been very successful in those corporate advisors that have high volume of air. And so with their success rate, I felt good with turning it on for us so that it'll still fall in your queue categories. You'll still see it. You'll still see remarks within your records on anything that happened, whatever the schedule change was, whether it was minor or major. So any questions on that, then follow up with me or Kelly. We can go through those and let you know about that. And that's already in place on WorldSpan. So it's just for our Apollo users. And those are really the only updates that I had for you guys today. Is there anything that any of you had on your minds that you wanted to bring up or discuss? I do see a comment from Jamie on the chat. How long after the commissions are received by Andavo is our individual report updated? It is about a 24-hour lag time. So from the time that the commission is received by the agency, you would see that the next day in that sales pipeline report. Now, there's different ways commissions come into us. So hotel commissions come into us in massive files. And so those to be processed, much of which is a very automated process, which is why we require the pre-invoicing, so that as those files are being worked, the invoice exists in the accounting software and can go through that auto matching. When we get those, that's what's coming in from like Pegasus and Tax, a couple other like clearinghouses, but they are really, like I said, they're massive files. So they may have 10,000 lines of commissions that have come in for the agency. When we get tour or cruise commissions, those are usually coming in smaller files, and so they are processed a little differently. They come in throughout the month, where the hotels are generally a couple of times a month. We get them from those clearinghouses. But as soon as we have received it and processed it and matched it to you, then you would show it reflected on your reports. Any other questions or comments? All right. Well, I won't keep you guys any longer. Thank you all for joining. I had great conversations with you guys, and thanks for the feedback on the Wander list. And Cheryl, I will follow up with you again. And thanks everybody, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Have a great day, everyone.
Bye.